Welcome to Daily Carnivore. Today I have 5 dinner ideas for you. We're starting off with a couple of smoked pork chops. These are delicious. We get them from a local butcher. They're already smoked, so really all you need to do is reheat them. And we are going to be doing that tonight in a cast iron pan with a ton of butter. I don't think we actually keep all of this butter in there. It's maybe a little more than you need. So we'll take some of that out. But it's really just that simple. Get a nice hot pan and get these pork chops in. We're just really looking to get kind of a nice golden crust on the outside. And we'll flip these a few times and baste them with the butter. And in less than 10 minutes, if that, dinner's done. Super simple, super easy, big old pork chop and some butter. This next dinner is another very simple one. It's ribeyes. Look at the fat on that. These were very good as well. Very similar to what we just did with the pork chop. We've got a hot cast iron pan. We're getting butter in there and get the meat in there. My husband usually cooks the ribeyes and he likes to flip them every couple of minutes. And we're just really looking for a nice kind of char, get that fat caramelized, and then we will baste these with butter as well. Obviously cook the steak to your liking. If you like it well done, if you like it medium, if you like it rare. We like it somewhere in the middle, medium-ish, and then a lot of butter. Tell me that doesn't look good. So once we get these plated, don't worry, we are not wasting any of the butter that's in that pan. We will drizzle that right on top. Juicy, delicious ribeyes. This next dinner, we are going to be making nachos and obviously using pork rinds instead of tortilla chips. I've got a pound of ground beef, cheddar, sour cream. I have some salsa here. Obviously omit that if you're trying to be very strict carnivore. I'm making my own taco seasoning, and it is the usual suspects here: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, and cumin. And I do about 2 tablespoons of the chili powder, a tablespoon of cumin, and kind of get progressively less. I just make this up. Use whatever type of seasonings you like. And while I'm mixing the seasonings up, I already have the ground beef in the pan, and you'll see that here in just a minute. And this is like the 73% ground beef, so there's quite a bit of fat in here. And I am going to leave some of this fat, but that's too much for me. I know that might upset my stomach. So I'm going to drain out, I don't know, a few spoonfuls here. I'll show you how much I actually leave in there. When you make taco meat with the packet at the store, it always wants you to add water and add liquid back in anyway. So I do leave some fat in there. And then the seasonings kind of bind with that as well. But that was just too much fat. I didn't want to leave all of that in there. So I'm just dumping my seasoning in here, getting that all mixed together, and then I will start assembling. So I've just got some salted pork rinds here. I get these from Winco. And then I'm making a plate for myself and another plate for my husband. I'm just going to show you making one of the plates though. So I'm basically going to split this ground beef in half. So it was a full pound and we'll both have half of that. So I'll get the ground beef on the pork rinds, layer on a bunch of cheese, and then I'm going to pop this into the broiler. I think I have the broiler on low. I don't know how long I left it under there. Just kind of keep an eye on it. I just wanted to get that cheese melted. And then once that comes out, I'm going to add some sour cream onto the top. And then I think I show with this one, I put a couple of dollops of the salsa. But if you're, again, wanting to be super strict carnivore, leave the salsa off. This next dinner is bacon-wrapped meatballs, and I actually did this as part of a BBB&E day of eating, so I'm only using salt and pepper here. When I make regular carnivore meatballs, I'll put some additional spices in there. I have a pound of ground beef, 1 egg, and I think I'm going to be using 8 strips of bacon. This will just depend on how big or small you make the meatballs and whether you want to put a full strip or half strip of bacon around each one. This mixture will be a little juicy, but everything still holds together. I'll bake these at 425 for 25 minutes and then put them under the broiler for a few minutes just to get the bacon a little crispier. Be sure to drain some of the grease from the sheet tray before putting it under the broiler because this will pull out even more of the fat and will just ensure that you don't spill hot grease everywhere when you remove it from the oven. We ate on these for lunch and dinner, which was great. Cook once, eat twice. We're doing chicken legs or chicken drumsticks in the air fryer. This is my air fryer. It's nothing fancy. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it below. I really like it. I was against air fryers for so long, and I don't know why. I think it's because I just don't like cleaning them. But anyway, so we were preheating this to about 390, and you're seeing that I'm setting it for 20 minutes, but we're not going to cook these for the full 20 minutes. I'm doing this shake and bake style, so I'm putting the chicken into a bag, and then I'm using Cajun seasoning for these. Use any seasoning that you like. This is really tasty. It gives it a little bit of a spice, and then it browns really nicely. You'll see that at the end. So this takes no time at all. Just make sure your seasoning is coating all of the chicken. You could do this with chicken thighs as well, or chicken wings, really whatever floats your boat that day. So putting these in the air fryer, and we'll let them go for about 10 minutes and open it and give them a flip. And then I think we let them go for maybe 6 minutes or so after that. Again, we're not cooking them for the full 20 minutes. They don't really need that. If you're doing chicken thighs, you're probably gonna need to go a little bit longer. But with wings and chicken legs like this, they just cook up super fast. And you can see how brown they're already getting. These were so good. And here is the finished results. We're just really messy here, just throw them on the plate. And don't mind my dirty stove in the background. I didn't clean that. Sorry, guys. For dipping sauce, I really like the Ken's brand. It's just the lowest carb count, sugar count that I've found at the grocery store, and they taste really good too. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked this video. We'll see you in our next Daily Carnivore video.